Anybody that thinks this comes completely natural or that, that we got lucky is really crazy, because it just takes a whole lot of work.
Fixer-Upper stars Chip and Joanna Gaines are revealing the hardships they faced on the way to achieving their dreams.
And helping reveal 100 reasons to love America.
I regret it.
Christy! Christy, don't chase her!
I regret it.
You won!
Oh, I regret everything.
Abby Lee Miller in tears.
You got your first look at the new season of Dance Moms.
And Corinne Olympios' legal team is firing back after Bachelor in Paradise announces filming will resume.
Plus,
Somebody like chocolate.
Well, we definitely like Anthony Anderson.
the To Tell the Truth host and Blacker star joins us live.
And Hunk Alerts.
We're celebrating Chris Pratt's birthday with the 5 ways he's a hero in real life.
Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to People Now. We begin today with a People Now exclusive. It is the first day of summer. We're the only, that's right, we're the only ones breaking the news here in the Northern Hemisphere. We're streaming live on People.com, Facebook Live. Great to see you. A lot to get to today. A lot of reality show news. Yes, we are talking Abby Lee Miller's final appearance on Dance Moms. It is dramatic. Ramona Singer's Blackout Berkshire's moment, also dramatic. In honor of all of our guilty pleasures that we're talking about today, our Facebook question of the day is, what's your favorite reality show? Let us know in the comments below. But first, here's what you need to know and what's trending today. Watch this.
I regret it.
Christy! Christy, don't chase her!
I regret it.
You won!
Oh, I regret everything.
No, my goodness. It looks like Abby Lee Miller is making one last and very dramatic appearance on Dance Moms this coming season. In the explosive super tease, Miller emotionally says her final goodbye to the dancers and moms who have stood by her all these years, regardless of the drama and the tears. Miller also takes credit for some of the girls' careers, saying, quote, "I created livelihoods for so many children. It was all going to end someday." And as mixed emotions begin to rise and questions start to circulate on who will take Miller's place, Lorianne Gibson, famed choreographer who has worked with Michael Jackson and Beyonce, makes a surprise appearance, igniting a little spark in the entire Dance Moms crew. But shortly after, the girls' new leader, Cheryl Burke, comes in to save the day. Now, Miller, who announced her resignation back in March from the show, received a sentence of 1 year and 1 day in federal prison after being charged with attempting to hide over $700,000 worth of income. Lifetime's Dance Moms premieres on August 1st. And now we switch gears. Take a look at this. The latest issue of People is counting down 100 reasons to love America, and who better to help than Fixer-Upper stars Chip and Joanna Gaines. The HGTV superstars open up to People about how they struggle to achieve their dreams and what they hope their children learn from their successes. Watch this.
Anybody that thinks this comes completely natural or that, that we got lucky is really crazy, because it just takes a whole lot of work. I mean, neither of us came with a silver spoon in our mouth. For Joe and I both, we came from really hardworking families, grew up working, both of us, either around the house or around the neighborhoods. Even though things are definitely different to some extent, I really hope our kids kind of follow in those footsteps.
I need you to dig a hole right here.
I just think them watching us, and that they see it from the start to the end. They see that it doesn't just come easy. You've got to work at it, keep it going. One of our favorite things is bringing them to work just so they can see the other side of what's going on.
For more of their story, check out this week's issue of People. Now, moving on to this. Shortly after Warner Brothers announced Tuesday that an investigation had produced no evidence of sexual misconduct on the Bachelor in Paradise set last week, an attorney for Corinne Olympios has confirmed she will continue to pursue the allegations. Olympios' attorney, Martin Singer, tells People in a statement, "It needs to be made clear that production of Bachelor in Paradise was shut down because of multiple complaints received from Bachelor in Paradise producers and crew members on the set. It was not shut down due to a complaint filed by Corinne against anyone." The statement continues, "It comes as no surprise that Warner Brothers, as a result of its own internal investigation, would state that no wrongdoing had occurred. Our own investigation will continue based on multiple new witnesses coming forward, revealing what they saw and heard." Now on Tuesday, 10 days after announcing production had officially been halted, Warner Brothers confirmed that filming will soon resume. The company released a statement that said, in part, out of respect for the privacy interests of those involved, we do not intend to release the videotape of the incident. We can say, however, that the tape does not support any charge of misconduct by a cast member, nor does the tape show, contrary to many press reports, that the safety of any cast member was ever in jeopardy. Warner Brothers also stated they, quote, plan to implement certain changes to the show's policies and procedures to enhance and further ensure the safety and security of all the participants. Stay on people.com for more on this story as it develops. Well, moving across the pond, Buckingham Palace has announced that 96-year-old Prince Philip is being hospitalized for an infection, but a spokesman tells people that he is in good spirits. Prince Philip was seen by the Queen's side on Tuesday at the Royal Ascot races and had been expected to attend the state opening of Parliament today with her. Now, the spokesman explains the prince's current status in a statement released to people, saying this: the Duke of Edinburgh was admitted to King Edward VII Hospital in London last night as a precautionary measure for treatment of an infection arising from a pre-existing condition. Prince Philip is in good spirits and is disappointed to be missing the state opening of Parliament and Royal Ascot. The Prince of Wales will accompany the Queen to the state opening. Her Majesty is being kept informed and will attend Royal Ascot as planned this afternoon. Prince Philip is set to retire from royal duties this fall, and we, of course, hope the prince has a speedy recovery. And speaking of the royal family, when author Andrew Morton published Diana, Her True Story in 1992, it featured stunning revelations about Prince Charles' marriage to Diana. More waves were made after Princess Diana's death when the author revealed that Di was the source for all of his information. Princess Diana recorded tapes and had them delivered to Andrew through her friend Dr. James Colthurst. On those tapes, Diana recounted all of the details of her crumbling marriage, from finding out about Charles and Camilla's affair before her wedding to throwing herself down the stairs while pregnant with Prince William. The author is re-releasing the book again with a new foreword that's featured in this week's People. Morton recalling the first time he heard the tapes, saying this: it was like being transported into a parallel universe. The princess talking about her unhappiness, her sense of betrayal, her suicide attempts, and two things I had never previously heard of: bulimia nervosa, an eating disorder, and a woman called Camilla. For more on Princess Diana's secret tapes, make sure to pick up a copy of People on newsstands everywhere Friday. And we have even more Royals news for you. Today is Diana's son Prince William's 35th birthday, and we'll have more on that in just a little bit. Good morning, Andrea.
Good morning.
You are not willing to accept this whole first day of summer.
No, because it's kind of depressing, because now every day is going to get shorter and then it's going to be winter. And we're all going to have seasonal depression.
I'm excited about it. You're viewing it, and that's fine. Either way.
I'm a negative Nancy. All right, let's check in with Facebook Live. We want to know, what's your all-time favorite reality show?
Chloe and Maria both say Dance Moms.
Okay. Justin says The Bachelor and Fear Factor are two of my favorites. And John says Jersey Shore, with lots of explanation points. The all-time best summer reality show, # fist pumps all day, every day.
And Lynn says, that was very enthusiastic.
Yes, he's very
Lynn says
excited.
Teen Mom OG and Teen Mom 2.
Okay.
Lots of guilty pleasures.
I know.
Keep the Facebook comments coming in. We want to hear more from you. Andrea, though, even more trending news for us right now in Star Trek.
Yes, Jeremy. So we've got cheeseburgers and bikinis this morning in Star Trek. Compliments of the one and only Bella Thorne. The 19-year-old actress posted a series of boomerangs and photos to her Snapchat and Instagram story accounts on Wednesday, rocking a white seashell bikini while chowing down on a giant hamburger. After posting some close-ups of the juicy treat, Thorne later shared a distraught clip of herself, writing, "I feel so full. Don't worry, we have all been there, Bella." All right, moving on to this. Looks like Colton Haynes is next in line to join the cast of American Horror Story Season 7. The 28-year-old actor announced the good news on Instagram on Wednesday night, posting a photo of himself smeared in what appears to be red lipstick. I don't know. Colton clearly could not contain his enthusiasm about the new gig, captioning the pic, "American Horror Story Season 7 already feels like home. So excited, Ryan Murphy." Of course, this will be Colton's second appearance in a Ryan Murphy production. The star previously guest starred in Fox's Scream Queens last year. American Horror Story Season 7, which Murphy has touted as politically themed, will premiere sometime this fall, featuring return appearances from Sarah Paulson and Evan Peters, along with some new faces like Colton and Billy Lord. Definitely cannot wait to watch. All right, moving on to some baby news. Jill Duggar and her husband Derek Dillard are enjoying some R&R before the arrival of their second son. And can they be any more adorable? The couple shared some pics from their baby moon getaway trip on Instagram, which was also a special celebration of their third wedding anniversary. So what were Jill and Derek up to on this vacay? Well, they went to a bed and breakfast where they had some delicious cinnamon rolls, took part in a cave tour, and had dinner at Olive Garden. I mean, who could resist those endless breadsticks? You can't resist them. Congrats to Jill and Derek. And speaking of celebrating, today is star Chris Pratt's 38th birthday, and we are celebrating the Guardians of the Galaxy and Jurassic World star's big day by revealing the 5 reasons he's our hero in real life. Check this out.
Come on, back up.
I can't. I'm trapped.
You trapped? Oh no, give me your hand. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, if that doesn't make you soon, I don't know what will. Happy birthday to Chris. And those are your Star Tracks for today.
Hey guys, stay with us. Real Housewives star Ramona Singer is revealing regrets from her epic Berkshire's blow up, and we're asking Anthony Anderson about hanging in a palace with 50 Cent. We're sitting down with him live. That is 30 seconds away. Stick around.
This is King Cutie in People. His Royal Highness Prince George Alexander Louis of Cambridge. These are George's parents, George's home, his Nana, the Queen, and his staff of 644 Englishmen. This is George's dog Lupo, who inspired his favorite book, The Adventures of the Royal Dog Lupo, one George will share now that he's a big brother. People. The details make the story. Don't miss this week's People.
First of all, yummy.
That was my question.
Somebody like chocolate.
My way. What year did you do that?
Who are you asking?
I gotta go. Is this a first date?
What is
for
the
you?
question?
Wow.
My way. I'd say, okay, is that a question?
Can you go to summer?
No, we're gonna stay right here.
That's actress Ariel Keppel getting visibly flustered by 3 men claiming to be Usher's choreographer on To Tell the Truth.
ABC's To Tell the Truth is our Toyota People Pick of the day, and we are so excited to be joined by the hit game show's host, Anthony Anderson. Welcome.
Yes.
Looking fly.
Busiest man in Hollywood. I gotta tell you, man.
I try to be.
Doing it all. So we're gonna talk about To Tell the Truth, Blackish, and more in just a minute. But first, I gotta ask about the amazing videos you just posted.
Yes.
In France, Monaco.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this, flying over. Why'd you ever come home, my friend?
Because they told me I had an interview with you guys today.
Oh, nice.
So sorry.
If it wasn't for you, I would still be in Monaco right now.
Sorry for keeping you from
So
that.
sad.
You also posted a photo of yourself hanging at Prince Albert's palace with 50 Cent.
Let's see.
What was that like, hanging out with a rap superstar at a castle?
You know what? Maybe you should ask the rap superstar. How was it hanging out with the television and film superstar
that's
at the castle?
Okay.
No, I've known 50 for a while, and I was surprised to see him there, just like he was surprised to see me there. And we both know Prince Albert. And it's funny. We were there talking, and Prince Albert came over and said, "Hey, yeah, 50. They let you back in the country." Apparently, they kicked him out.
Oh my gosh, that's
at one point.
It's such an incredible trip, no doubt. Well, so look, now that To Tell the Truth, it's in its second season. What's the kind of fan interaction? What's the feedback you get from fans? Are they like coming up to you trying to pitch themselves for the show? Stuff like that?
No. The most the feedback, the greatest feedback that I get is like, "We love your mom."
Okay, right.
You know, and where is your mother? So I need to start traveling with my mother now. But people seem to love the show. It's actually our 3rd season.
3rd season?
Yeah, 3rd season. Don't sell it short.
No. You're rolling on.
There go my mama. There go my beautiful baby.
There she is.
Mama finally got to buy me a house now. You know?
So does she get more love from the celebs?
She does. She does. You know, everybody wants to hang out with my mother because my mother tells it like it is. She's a straight shooter.
Yeah, well, besides the picturesque beach footage, one of my favorite social media posts that you had recently was a note that you got from a Blackish fan. They wrote this on a napkin saying, here's the deal. Hey, man, I don't want to bother you, but I just wanted to say you're awesome and thank you. My friend uses your show to teach social justice.
Yeah.
It was from Alex. What went through your head when you got that?
That was amazing, man. I just happened to be sitting in the Delta Lounge waiting for a flight. And this gentleman walked up and just put the napkin on and said, "I didn't want to bother you." And I read it, and I read it before he left, and I had to stop him. And it's pretty amazing to know that our show is having an effect and an effect on people's lives like that. And he was Alex, and I had him call the friend who was a college professor.
Oh, wow.
At a community college, I forget what state, and we actually FaceTimed her. And so I talked to her, and you know, we talked about the show and her love of the show and all that, and how she's using it as a tool in her classroom.
Man, that has to mean so much. And let's just say this: like, the fans love it. You're doing it's bringing about good conversation in that way. But also, look, Emmy nominations are coming out soon. Blackish is undoubtedly going to get a ton of love.
Fingers crossed.
We feel it.
Yes,
we hope so.
What does it mean for you to have a show that has effect on fans in that way, and then critical acclaim as well? What's your?
You know, it lets us know that, you know, our show is resonating with an audience. You know, and we're accomplishing what we set out to do when we came up with this show 5 years ago. You know, Kenya Barris, who created the show, is my partner in this. We're doing everything that we wanted to do, and we've surpassed that. So it's truly amazing.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And it's always been known for tackling important social issues in smart and funny ways. Kind of up the ante in the last season. You took that to the next level with episodes like Lemons, which, you know, talked about the presidential election. Does getting that kind of acclaim make you feel pressure as you go into the next season?
No pressure at all. You know, we pride ourselves on being an authentic show to these characters and telling these stories as truthfully as we can. And you know, sometimes, you know, we deal with social commentary, you know, and not only how it affects, you know, the masses at whole, but how it affects, you know, this African-American family, what their point of view is. But there's no pressure. You know, it's not like we're Law and Order and we're snatching, you know, stories from the headlines. It's like, oh, let's talk about this.
It's not quite that direct.
Yeah, no. So, you know, we pride ourselves on the authenticity in which we tell these stories, and if it fits within these characters in this family organically, then that's how we do it. That's how we deal with it.
What are you most excited for fans to see in this next season?
The dynamic of the family changing. You know, how Dre is going to be this time around with the father, with the son he says he's always wanted but never got, even though he has 2 sons right now. You know, we have one child going off to college and one. And a new addition to the family. So it'll be interesting to see how the dynamic of that family changes.
You always know a show's really successful when it gets spinoffs. So here comes the spinoff of Blackish. It's going to be college-ish, right, with Yar Shahidi?
Yeah.
Talk to us about that. What's it going to be like? What's going to be different?
You know, I don't know yet. You know, the writers are in the room right now breaking these stories. You know, Kenya and I always had an idea of splintering off a show, you know, a la A Different World and what they did with Cosby, you know, and, you know, the beautiful and talented Yara Shahidi is going to be the star of this and the captain of this helm.
Man, that's great. It's good to see that she's getting that kind of opportunity.
Yeah, she deserves it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah,
so you're also here. You've teamed up with Charmin to help promote their Van Gogh campaign. So tell us about this.
Yes. Well, you can go to CharminVanGogh.com. You know, Charmin had come to me, and you know, they piloted the first mobile bathroom that you can order. You know, and it would be delivered to your footsteps. You know, I lived in New York for a while. I worked on a television show, Law and Order, here, and sometimes we'd be out on locations, and I couldn't get back to my trailer quick enough. And sometimes, you know, you had to duck into that coffee shop that wasn't always the cleanest.
Never clean.
It's as though we're getting the opportunity.
Now Charmin has given us this.
Oh, my God.
CharminVanGogh.com. You go there, and for the next 2 days, today and tomorrow,
okay,
this will be delivered to you. Today, I'm driving the truck.
There we go.
So if we're delivered to you today, you get me.
Use
Yes,
the
for more
bathroom.
I'm not going to go in the bathroom with you, though. I don't.
Well,
You know,
for
you're going to handle your own business up in there.
Yes, and you guys can go to Charmin2go.com. Anthony Anderson, thank you so much for stopping by.
It's over already?
It's over.
Hi, Mama.
You guys be sure to watch him and his mom on To Tell the Truth on ABC tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
This is Jennifer Lawrence in People. This is Jennifer photobombing Taylor Swift and Sarah Jessica Parker and Liam Hemsworth, proving that while we all love the fashion of the red carpet, it's people who steal the show. People. The details make the story.
Yes, it's Prince William's big day. The royal is 35 years old. And in honor of Prince William's birthday, we put together all the times he and Prince George looked more like twins than father and son. Watch this.
If the Emmy thing would happen for this show,
Yeah.
what would a cast Emmy party look like among this cast of people? I feel like you guys have a good time.
We do. I think probably a lot of music and dancing.
Yeah.
You know, Dylan's in a band. He has his own band. And
Would he kind of head it up, do you
maybe,
think? Is
but
he-
I don't know. There might be a Mrs. Baker's dance party.
Okay.
I wouldn't put it past.
All right, I like that. There you go, dance party it is. That's Kate Walsh giving us a little scoop on what an official 13 reasons why cast party might look like if the show were to be nominated for any Emmys. Now, of course, the hit Netflix series received a ton of buzz in its rookie year, leaving many fans wondering all about season 2. Luckily, Kate, who plays Hannah Baker's grieving mother, opened up to me about the upcoming season, even revealing that they've already begun filming. Watch this.
Well, we've already started shooting,
Yeah.
so I know where it's going. But I think one of the great things about Brian and the writers, he's got a very tight group of writers that are so experienced and really prolific. And he has such an incredibly all-encompassing vision for the show. And his use of time and going back and forth in time, we'll see more of that. We'll see the mystery just keeps getting more and more revealed. And I think you see Mrs. Baker still questing for sort of, you know, that the answers of what happened to her daughter, but it's also, he does a great job of kind of playing with storytelling in like a Rashomon kind of way, so you see it from lots of different points of views, and sort of bringing out the ideas too of what is true, what is real, what is not.
Any time frame for season 2 and when it would release?
I would imagine, I don't know exactly, but I would imagine probably the same time.
Okay, we'll be looking for that.
I had a blackout moment.
In the Berkshires? Because of what? Like what?
I was around the company of Bethany, and I was just very uptight, and I just drank way too much, and you were going to see all hell broke loose with me. I don't even remember what I said and did.
That's Real Housewives of New York City star Ramona Singer commenting on her bad behavior during this year's epic trip to the Berkshires. Ramona, who allegedly caused thousands of dollars worth of damage to Dorinda Medley's guest room after calling on-again, off-again friend Bethany Frankel a, quote, B. Ramona says she regrets all the drama, admitting, quote, if I could take it all back, I wish I could have walked away and turned and left the room when the fight started. When a mature person feels like that, they walk away. A show source reveals that the rift between Bethany and Ramona took some time to heal, explaining the repercussions from the fight carry on for another 8 episodes, but things finally do get better between the two of them. To read more about Ramona's epic blow-up, make sure to pick up your copy of People on newsstands everywhere Friday.
Comedian Jessica St. Clair is opening up in this week's People about getting diagnosed with stage 2B estrogen-positive breast cancer. In the article out Friday, the Playing House star talks undergoing chemotherapy, radiation, and a double mastectomy, and doing anything she could to keep the news from her 23-month-old daughter, including her, quote, cancer hack, which allowed her to keep her hair during treatments. St. Clair reveals she wore a cold cap that needed to be switched out every 20 minutes for up to 7 hours a day. She tells people, quote, "I tell my daughter I was going to work and I'd go to chemo with a cold cap. After the first 10 minutes, you really don't feel it. It's just more of a pain to have a frozen rugby helmet on your head." The actress also tells people that everything she went through was written into her USA comedy, which she writes alongside her best friend and co-star Lennon Parham. Together, the two were able to find humor in the experience. St. Clair saying, quote, "Lennon chose my new boobs." She goes on to explain the situation, saying, quote, "The plastic surgeon came out with a suitcase of boobs lined in velvet like it was Tiffany's. I didn't question Lennon's judgment. Whatever my best friend said to put in my body, I did." Of course, the battle wasn't always easy, but St. Clair, who is now in remission, says she hopes people will watch her show and feel a little less alone in their own situation.
Guys, in the latest issue of People, JFK's grandson, Jack Schlossberg, lists all the reasons he loves America, but he made sure to point out that he's not happy with some of the things going on in our country right now, telling people, "I love that I am free to say that I don't love the new trajectory of American leadership." Jack goes on to say, "I am horrified by our government's proposed immigration ban. I'm embarrassed that the United States pulled out of the Paris Climate Agreement, and I'm frustrated that our government is attempting to take away health care for millions." Even though he may not be happy about a few things, JFK's grandson reveals his reasons to love America, including the NBA Finals, The Rock, and the Yankees. I mean, you can't blame me there, Jack. Who doesn't love Dwayne The Rock Johnson? And there's a lot more to love in this week's issue of People.
The latest issue of People is revealing 100 reasons to love America. And in honor of the 4th of July, it highlights people, places, things, and ideas that make our country great.
Yeah, so we wanted to talk about some of our favorites from the list. And listen, guys, this is a full spectrum of things.
It's like a lot of things.
Including a lot of pop culture things to be happy about. The Backstreet Boys Vegas residency at Planet Hollywood is number 24.
Woo-hoo.
Backstreet's back, all right.
Yep.
You can do the dance later. I'm happy that they're back and they're doing their thing.
So number 18 is fireworks, which is my favorite. It's 4th of July, just in general. Not much to say, just fireworks are really, really great.
When are people not happy to see fireworks,
Yeah,
right?
unless you have issues with loud noises.
There are lots of people that have problems. Fine.
But I love fireworks.
But everyone's always happy to watch Shark Tank.
Yes.
It's number 35 in Reasons to Love America in terms of pop culture stuff. I watch this show every week. My gosh, I've got ideas that I just need to get in front of.
And we've had the Sharks in, and they were really, really awesome.
They're fantastic.
All right, and then Aziz Ansari is number 85, and I love Aziz. Master of None, 2 seasons, they're great. I've auditioned for the show a couple times, so in my head, Aziz Ansari has seen my audition tape. He's just waiting for the right role for me.
Yeah.
For like a
See
little
the audition tape was like.
He's personally sat down and watched all the auditions, and he's just waiting for that
Wait, but you did not get the part.
Yeah, but that's how it goes. You have to audition several times. It has to be the right role. But I just think that Aziz is just waiting for that right moment.
You know what? Delusional optimism is what gets people to the next level.
But he's really funny. I also like him because of that, not just because of my own selfish reasons.
And we'll have more reasons throughout the rest of the week. Coming up tomorrow, guys, Jane Lynch is swinging by ahead of the premiere of Hollywood Game Night. We love her and that show. Plus, get excited. Nickelback sitting down for a People Now Confess sesh.
Thank you so much for watching. For now, we leave you with some of our favorite celebs like Milo Ventimiglia, The Bachelorette's Rachel Lindsay, and Derek Huff sharing the reason that they love America. Enjoy.
Bye, guys.
The thing I love about America.
What I love about America.
The reason I love America is because it's home.
The thing that I absolutely love about America is our diversity.
What I love about America is Dolly Parton. Dollywood, everything about her, a coat of many colors. I love Dolly more than life itself. And I have to say, she is America to me.
The thing that I love most about America is that there's a place for everybody. Is that that's a place where none of us, except for Native Americans, are from there. We've all come there. That it is a country that has traditionally welcomed everybody and where everyone feels safe. And so I hope that that continues.
The moment that I get back to the U.S. and a U.S. customs agent going through, checkpoint, coming home, looks at my passport, hands it back and says, "Welcome home." It fills me with joy and pride and honor to be raised in our country.
I love America because it's a place where I can have whatever opinion I want. And Lord knows I love to give out my opinion.
The number one thing I love about America is the people, the American people.
The thing I love about America is the national parks. Some of the most beautiful, beautiful places on the earth are right here in America.
I like how we're all so different and yet we're all so much alike.
It's a country that I've spent most of my time in, and I really appreciate the openness of Americans. I appreciate their welcomeness. I I've never felt like a stranger in America, you know. I generally think that, you know, America is one of the greatest countries in this world.